And here I am. I just made $3 million in 3 days.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Muaaz here and welcome back to another video on the channel. So in this video, we're actually going to be reacting to how Logan Paul, one of the most controversial but also one of the most successful YouTubers on the platform, actually built his business, his following, and everything like that. Like, love him or hate him, you cannot deny how successful he is. Like, he has a huge merch line, he has a very successful podcast, a massive YouTube channel, and the list just kind of goes on and on. If you guys enjoyed the video, then please hit that like button below. And if you guys want to see more reaction videos like this one right here, just let me know in the comments below. I actually reacted to a video talking about how Mr. Beast became successful just a couple of weeks ago, and you guys really loved it. It's actually by the same YouTuber. His name is Paddy Galloway. We're going to be reacting to one of his videos today where he breaks down like Logan Paul's success, but he makes amazing videos, and I'm going to have the original video linked in the description below, so in case you guys want to check that out, feel free to. But other than that, let's get started.
When someone says the word entrepreneur, you probably think of Jeff Bezos or Steve Jobs, not some 25-year-old vlogger from Ohio. But the truth is, YouTube has become one of the best platforms to build a scalable business on, and Logan Paul is one of the smartest entrepreneurs to take advantage of this.
Some kid from Ohio who maybe wanted to be an engineer because he was told when he was young to go to college. And here I am. I just made $3 million in 3 days.
In this video, we're going to investigate how Logan has built his income streams on YouTube, and I'll identify the lessons we can take from him as smaller creators. Creating videos always starts with a passion, but on the internet, attention is like gold dust.
That's fact.
If enough people follow and engage with your content, you have a platform to make a really good income from.
That's 100% true, and a lot of people don't really even think about that. Like, once you have an audience that really likes you for who you are and like really vibes with what you do, you can usually like make more revenue streams from it. So like, this is why so many YouTubers, like, once they build a very successful YouTube channel, they'll try like taking some of that audience and moving them to Twitch just so that they can start making some money from there, right? Or they might start their merch line and then they can start making money from there too, because their audience who likes them for them will most likely want to support them because they like them. It's as simple as that. A lot of people, they might try this a bit too early. They'll try like merch, streaming, YouTube videos, and a bunch of stuff all at once, and that can kind of get a bit too overwhelming. But what a lot of YouTubers do, who usually end up doing it like the most successful way, I guess, is like they'll focus on one thing for a specific amount of time. They'll build it up as much as they can, and then they'll like introduce merch, they'll start streaming, they might make a book, they might make a podcast, things like that. So it's just something to keep in mind in case like you plan on doing something like that eventually in the future. I think what Logan did with like his merch line is a fantastic model to follow. But anyways, let's continue on with the video.
I actually think there's very few people on YouTube that are on his level when it comes to business, and I have a feeling that by the end of this video you'll agree with me. So without further ado, let's get into the main takeaways from Logan's $1 million strategy. Brace yourself for some knowledge bombs. So something I've mentioned in the past, and that is so important for all YouTubers, is to diversify how you monetize your content. Logan is no stranger himself to getting his ad revenue cut, and it's therefore been so important for him to diversify how he makes his money. Right now I've counted 6 main income sources that he has. Pause the video and see how many you can name.
Alright, let's think about it. Okay, he has his YouTube channel, he has his podcast, he has his merch line. What else does he do? Has he written a book? He might have written a book. I know his friend Mike wrote a book. That's a risky one right there. I really don't know. Another one is like his Instagram. I think he does sponsored posts here and there, so that can be another one. Man, I'm really trying to think here. I don't know. Let's just hit play again and just see what it is.
Number 1 is of course AdSense across his different channels. Number 2 is the Maverick clothing line. The $3 million he was talking about earlier in this video was all from merch sales. Number 3 is video sponsors such as Raycon and the infamous Bluetooth.
That's true. I don't know how I didn't remember like video sponsors.
Podcast. Number 4 is streaming revenue from his podcast and songs on Spotify.
So I think I got 3 of them.
Number 5 is the Maverick Club, aka Logan's answer to OnlyFans. And finally, number 6 is live events such as YouTube boxing and the Challenger Games.
Oof, I totally forgot about the boxing one, man. Like, that was like the biggest event of the year for like YouTube stuff. And I think it was what, for like 2 years, right? I don't know how I didn't remember that one, but that's insane. 6 revenue streams. He has normal monetization from YouTube. He has his merch line. He has advertisements in his videos. So sometimes like YouTubers will like give a shout out to a company for like 30 seconds or something in a video. And when you're at a level like Logan Paul, you can get paid tens of thousands of dollars or even hundreds of thousands of dollars just for talking about a company for 30 seconds. Think about how insane that is. Like, that is awesome. Then he has his podcast, right? He has it on iTunes, Spotify, and I think it's on everything. Maverick Club, which I believe Paddy is going to talk about later in the video, and then of course the pay-per-view events with like KSI and Logan Paul. Also, in case you guys are wondering how to get monetized on YouTube, I know a lot of the people who watch my channel are aspiring creators. I have actually made a video talking about how to get monetized on YouTube in 2020, so in case you guys do want to check that out, I'll have it linked in the description below. But anyways, let's get back to the video.
See here, his business model is based on multiple sources of revenue. This puts him in a very strong position. If one goes down, he's still chilling. In terms of estimating how much he's making, it's of course very hard to be exact, but as an estimate, I wouldn't be surprised if he's pushing the $20 million per year mark.
Sheesh.
I always say that if you want to make YouTube your career,
imagine y'all were making 20 million a year, man. Hey, that's goals. I hope all of us are able to make it one day. Like, for real, I really hope all of us can make that one day. Like, that's insane. Good for him, honestly. He's like 25 years old. That's insane, man.
Okay, so having heaps of different ways of making money is all well and good. But the big question is, how has Logan been able to develop all these streams and sell so much in the first place? You don't just set up a merch store and sell 3 million in 3 days. Obviously having a huge audience helps, but there are plenty of big YouTubers who never get close to Logan Paul's sales numbers. What's he doing differently? The truth is, Logan is actually a very good salesman, and he's been able to create what are known as super fans. So I was first introduced to the concept of superfans in a book from one of my favourite authors, Pat Flynn. It made me realise how the likes of MrBeast, PewDiePie and Logan Paul are able to make so much money from their products. You see, we can divide YouTube's...
Also, before I even move on, since he's talking about so many YouTubers right now, usually I do like a comment question in all my videos. Honestly, right now, just go to the comment question while you're like listening to me, or just go to comments while you're listening to me talk, and just comment below. Who is your current favorite YouTuber to watch right now? I would probably give mine to MrBeast or David Dobrik, but I'm really curious to hear like your guys' answers as well. But yeah, so go ahead and do that. I'm gonna hit play again. You guys can just keep listening in with me.
Subscribers into 3 main segments. Casual viewers, which is the majority of a subscriber base. These are the people that watch most of your videos, but don't necessarily go further than that. They're unlikely to interact in the comments or buy any products. Next, there are active viewers, which are the subscribers who are more engaged with the channel. They comment on the videos, they know the memes, and they might even occasionally buy some merchandise.
For sure.
And then there are super fans. These are the most dedicated fans who basically support everything you do. They'll buy your merch, support your videos, and defend your mistakes. Being a
I just want to quickly talk about this very briefly. So he talks about casual fans, active fans, and then super fans. So active fans are probably the kind of people who will watch all of your videos, but they will also follow you on social media. They will interact with your tweets. They'll comment on your videos. They'll like your videos. They'll like go out of their way to like actually show you support. Casual fans are probably just people who will be like, oh, you upload a new video, let me just go ahead and check it out. They'll watch it. They might not drop a comment. They might not leave a like or something like that, which if you haven't already, please hit the like button. But yeah, so those are kind of like casual fans. And then super fans, they are there supporting you no matter what. And super fans are usually the kind of people who will support you if you like, you know, start something completely new, like a new channel or a new podcast. Maybe you drop like a merch line, something like that. Like these are the kind of people who will really help you go to the next level with your brand on YouTube or really whatever it is.
What Logan does that sets him apart is his whole brand moves people along this funnel, and he creates a large base of super fans.
Yeah,
So
that's
how does
very
he do
true.
this? Well, one of the biggest answers to that question is in the first 20 seconds of this advert for his new Maverick drop. See if you notice anything.
Stoked to start this next chapter of my life, and it starts here, right now. Without further ado, enjoy the commercial for the Okay.
Do you remember who you were before the world told you who you should be?
When I was a kid, I never fit in. I knew I wasn't destined to follow the crowd. I craved adventure, success, and happiness. See, my ideas were big, but my reality was small. And yeah, people would call me crazy. But who's the crazy one? He who thinks that he can, or he who never tried? So I tried, and tried again.
So this is a commercial for merchandise, but how many times did Logan mention the actual clothes? 0. Logan is not just selling clothes, he's selling a movement.
Bro, that is so true. In that entire advert, he did not mention like the clothing at all. Like he literally just talked about his come up, how a lot of people doubted him, and how he said, do I just want to fit into the bubble that people expect him to fit into? Or should I actually follow my dreams and do what I want to do? Or at least give it a chance? That's all he talked about. And I think why so many people resonated with that is because a lot of people can relate to it, right? Like society kind of expects us to do a specific thing, right? The normal path is go to high school, go to college, or maybe go straight to a job, and then once you're done with college, then go to a job, something like that. So like pushing the boundaries and trying new things because it's something you really want to do, a lot of people usually won't support you on it, or they're gonna doubt you on it. And that's what Logan talked about in this thing right here, or in his advert. Like he just talked about how he's just a normal dude, and he didn't want to fit into like that normal lifestyle. Like he wanted to live his dream life. And I think that's why so many people resonated with the ad right there. He didn't talk about the merch at all, but he kind of just made it into a movement, exactly like Paddy is saying in this video. I hope you guys like these like random touches that I add to the video. But anyways, back to the video.
If you want to build up super fans, you need to be able to create a form of group identity. People don't buy YouTuber merch because of how it looks or feels. They're buying it to belong. Now this might sound a little deep, but don't underestimate how many young people look up to someone like Logan Paul.
That's very true.
The actual language Logan uses in this commercial is exactly what I'm talking about.
Do you remember who you were before the world told you who you should be?
That sentence alone is a perfect example. He's addressing the audience himself and creating a feeling. He also talks about not fitting in and not following the crowd. The feeling is being a maverick, and it works because it is Logan's story. This is what makes Logan's merch line and other income streams so successful. He has created a movement of like-minded people. He also enforces this with other factors.
That's
He's
so
very
true,
good
honestly.
at incorporating.
Like, Logan's like whole Maverick thing is just a bunch of like-minded people who want to push the boundaries with what they do and just kind of like follow their dream life, if that makes sense. Like, because all of us in reality, like all of us have some sort of a dream or something that we want to eventually be doing, you know, in a couple of years or something like that. And like the whole Maverick brand that he does is like straight up like, you know, standing out, following your dreams and like doing what you want to do and not listening to what other people say you have to do, if that makes sense. But yeah, I totally understand like why he's as successful as he is, but it's really cool to like see it broken down like this. But yeah, let's get back to it.
If you want to sell on YouTube, you need to create a community, and the way to do that is by relating to your audience. Logan is a flawed individual. He's a little crazy and a bit of a misfit. But at the end of the day, he is a maverick who wants to achieve great things, and his superfans are just the same kind of people. How can you connect with your viewers on a deeper level? That's the question you need to ask yourself. It may seem like something out of reach, but put it this way. If you can build 1,000 superfans and they spend $100 on you a year, that's 6 figures.
That is
It's
6
never
figures.
quite as far away as you think it is. Earlier in this video, I said that Logan's Maverick Club would make him one of the richest YouTubers in history. I signed up to the Maverick Club and a few minutes later got this email. And right away I realised, this idea is perfect for YouTubers with a strong fan base. It's the natural way to make a ton of money while also providing a great product for the fans who are willing to pay for more. You get a lot of benefits such as extra vlogs each week, access to VIP exclusive clothes, giveaways and discounts across the Maverick store. The really interesting thing is from a business point of view though, and that is how scalable the Maverick Club is. It's a digital product, which means it can be replicated an unlimited amount of
I want
times.
to quickly break that down for the people who might not have understood what he was saying. So Paddy is kind of talking about his Maverick Club, you know, subscription service or whatever that is. And then he's comparing it to the merch, right? So when it comes to selling like actual clothes and things like that, like you have a lot of things that can restrict how much money you end up making. So one thing is the cost to actually produce the shirt, right? So like it might make you, or it might cost you like, let's say for example, like $5 to make a hoodie. Now, of course, it is not going to be that cheap, but let's say for example, it costs you $5 to make a hoodie and then you sell it for $20. You're only making $15 because you have to subtract the $5 that it actually costs to make the hoodie, right? Then you also have the shipping costs, right? So you have to ship it to the customer, right? So in case they're not already paying shipping on their half and you're offering them free shipping, that means you have to cover the shipping, right? So let's say shipping is an extra $5. So out of a $20 hoodie, you lose $5 for actually making it and then $5 for shipping it. So you're only making $10 off of a $20 hoodie, right? And then another thing that Paddy talks about right here at the end is limited stock. You might not be able to produce a certain amount of hoodies that you want to sell, right? So that's going to be limiting you from how much money you're going to be able to make on the actual hoodie itself, right? Because let's say you only have like 200 hoodies available and they all sell out. Now the other customers who want to buy more hoodies, they can't because you don't have any more left. But for something like a digital subscription service like this, you don't run out, right? Like you can just keep selling it to as many people who want to buy it, if that makes sense. Like there is no physical product that they're going to be getting by just signing up for the subscription service, if that makes sense. Like it's just unlimited sales, right? Like you can earn as much money as you want as long as people want to keep joining the Maverick Club, if that makes sense. So let's get back to the video.
At the moment, Logan is getting about 2,000 to 4,000 views on his exclusive videos. So I think it's fair to assume he's got around 3,000 or 4,000 members, and that's only within the first 2 weeks of launching. If we look at Logan's channel, he gets about 6 million views a video. So if we were to say that he's got a viewer base of 6 million, and 2% of these viewers are super fans that would be willing to pay for the Maverick Club, that's 120,000 people.
That is
120,000 people paying the $20 membership.
Because that 2% like thing that Paddy mentioned right here, like it's a pretty like reasonable like percentage to give, right? Like for people who are super fans, out of 6.4 million viewers, let's just say 2% of the people who watch you are like hardcore fans, like they will support you regardless, right? That's $2.4 million per month if they end up signing up for the Maverick Club. That is insane.
Membership is 2.4 million per month and $28.8 million per year. This is just guesswork, but I think it's entirely possible that in a few years' time, Logan will be making more money on the Maverick Club than his other income streams combined. Logan's ability to monetize his audience is one of the best I've seen on YouTube. The final thing I want to mention before we wrap things up is the fact that Logan doesn't feel the need to jump ship to make it big. So many creators see YouTube as a stepping stone. You make a name for yourself and then you go to Hollywood. But the truth is, YouTube is becoming the new Hollywood.
That is so
Logan realizes
true.
that on YouTube he has everything he needs to make a great income and work towards his goals.
What more can I ask for?
It's true.
Being able to control my own content,
Yep.
reach more people, and make more money. Yo, I'm 24. I don't need validation from traditional media to tell me like my stuff is good. You know?
I think Logan Paul is a perfect example of the potential there is on YouTube. And it all starts with a camera and a crazy idea. I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, hit that subscribe button and turn the notifications on.
I just want to say once again, like what Logan Paul has been able to do, his transition from Vine to YouTube, and then doing everything else that he's been able to do in such a short amount of time, honestly, just a couple of years, it's inspirational to say the least. Like, I don't care if you hate him or love him or whatever, like, what he's been able to do in terms of just being a normal entrepreneur is insane. He's been able to scale his business up to levels that every single YouTuber dreams of being able to do. So yeah, it's as simple as that. But yeah, guys, that's really it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you guys want to see more reactions like these ones right here. Paddy makes some great content on his channel, and there's a lot of alignment with what I already talked about on my channel. I've DM'd him a couple of times on Twitter, and he's actually a very cool dude, so please check out his channel. I'll have all that stuff linked in the description below. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, hit that like button, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.